Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasya Lakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagwan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made Science of Power Manifestation Yoga temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagwan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the power of Akashic reading. Let's go to Bhagavan Satsang, Living Advaita for powerful cognition.
Not for any brand promotion or pride. I am telling you, only an inner awakening participant can enjoy that space and experience that space. Because she was telling that I went to all types of techniques, methods, gurus, places, meditated. It never happened. Even if it happens, it will only give you the glimpse of being in Advaita. When your whole body is arrested, mind is arrested, you can have a glimpse of that light. That's all. But not just being in Advaita, being even while you are doing in Advaita only becomes Samadhi. Being even while you are doing in the space of Advaita only becomes Samadhi. That happens only when Master trains you to experience Advaita from in all aspects and in all dimensions of your life. Various dimensions of your life. You are not just the body. Body is one dimension of you. You are not just the mind. Mind is one dimension of you. Whatever you call as life, mostly your lifestyle only you call it as life. The way you eat, the way you dress, the way you house yourself, the way you act and react, your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is one of the dimension of you. And all the relationships you have, how you relate with people, how people relate with you. Infusing Advaita even in your relationships, in your lifestyle. The way you react and respond to wealth, the way you react and respond to relationships, the way you react and respond to crisis in your life, the way you react and respond to the survival threats, the way you react and respond to life in every dimension, everything you need to be established in Advaita. You need to be in the space of Advaita. Be in the space of Advaita. Just giving you the glimpse of being in Advaita does not take me more than 10 minutes. Please understand. By 11th minute, I can put anybody. By 11th minute, I can put anybody. I can say within 11 minutes, I can put anybody in the space of Advaita in being. But being, unfortunately, becomes only one part of you. You are clouded, corrupt so much. I don't even want to use the word corrupt. I may want to use the word polluted. Corruption is more like knowingly doing. Pollution is more like imposed on you. Polluted so much with so many things. Just being in Advaita is not going to make you live enlightenment. Being in Advaita, even while you are doing, only that is going to make it happen. Only that is going to make it happen. Jivan Mukti is possible only then. And I am so happy. She has walked out of her self-doubts and self-hatred, self-denial so much. She has come out so much. She is able to hold herself up and say, I am living Jivan Mukti. I am proud of her. I am really proud of her. And I wanted you to know she is not lying. She is telling the truth. I was only afraid that slowly that SDHD may eat it away, but she's reached the completion level enough that not to allow SDHD to eat away. It is like how the Rahu and Ketu eat the sun and the moon. You need to know this modern day so-called space researchers and astronomers are saying, see, in the Indian astrology it is said that Rahu and Ketu eat sun and the moon. And these modern day astronomers go on abusing us, saying, no. There is no Rahu, no Ketu. Eats sun and the moon. It is there as it is. Only the shadow of the earth falls on moon, or the shadow of the moon falls on earth. That is what is eclipse. Please understand, these modern day astronomers, they may know the mass planets. Even that they are not very clear. What's the number, how many and all that. But in our Vedic tradition, we never considered the mass planets as grahas. The influence of those planets only we called as grahas. The energy they radiate, the energy they exert, the energy they radiate into the cosmos, into the universe, that only we called as graha. Please understand, during every eclipse, the Rahu's energy completely nullifies the energy radiated by moon or the sun. The Ketu's energy nullifies completely the energy radiated by the sun or the moon. No energy, no effect, whether good or bad, of the moon reaches the planet Earth during the eclipse. It's an energy phenomena, our masters are talking about. Anyhow, just like how Rahu and Ketu eat sun and the moon, your SDHD, self-doubt, hatred, denial, eats away your experience of Advaita. The one and only way you can save yourself from the SDHD, self-doubt, hatred and denial, is living Advaita in your actions, being in Advaita not just while you are meditating or being, making it as a lifestyle, thinking style, the way you relate with others and yourself in your very doing. Understand? In your very doing. In every doing, the oneness, non-dual consciousness, the non-dual space, the Advaitic space of you is not something supposed to be experienced in your meditation alone. That is why some of the Vedantis who don't understand Vedanta, they go on saying, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Means the God alone is true, Brahman alone is true, the world is illusion. Yes, I am not saying it's wrong, but they miss the third statement. Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. The individual Jiva you experience is nothing but Brahman. So whether being or action, the oneness has to be radiated, lived, experienced. The process yesterday was going on in the inner awakening, the 12th day process. Everyone experientially understood Jagat Mithya, whatever you see as the world is illusion. The moment one incompletion is triggered by somebody, then that's all. You don't see the world anymore. The world does not exist, only my world exists. That is what is meant by the great Mahavakya, Jagat Mithya. What you perceive as my world is Mithya. Because a small incompletion, the moment it got triggered, it gets triggered. A small incompletion, the moment it gets triggered, you stop seeing the world and you are deluded in my world. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. I don't disagree. Jagat Mithya. But that does not mean in your actions you will not radiate the truth Brahma Satyam. In your actions also, you have to radiate the truth of oneness, non-dual consciousness. Every relationship, the attitudes you build towards every relationship, the attitudes you build towards your money, the attitudes you build towards your health, the attitudes you build towards the people around you, the situations around you, things around you, pets, plants, planets, everything around you should be from that same oneness and completion. Should be from that same non-dual consciousness. Only then you understand the third statement, important statement, Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. The individual self you experience is nothing but the cosmic consciousness. Your SDHD will eat away even if I give you the glimpse of Nirvikalpa Samadhi just in your being level. Actually, during the unclutching initiation, all of you already had Nirvikalpa Samadhi. No doubt about it. Unless you have Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I don't leave you out of the room. It is that is the QC past, quality control pass I do. The drilling in your Ananda Gandha has to happen with that pure consciousness. Naturally, it becomes Nirvikalpa Samadhi. But the real effects of Advaita happens in you only when that oneness starts radiating. Only when you radiate that oneness in your doing. While you are seeing your finance, your accounts, sitting with your auditor, do you feel that oneness without falling into the powerlessness? While you are sitting with the spouse and having a dinner or lunch, do you feel that oneness without falling into the powerlessness? When you are sitting with your team and discussing your corporate strategy, your office strategy, your consciousness, does your consciousness be established in that oneness and non-duality without falling into the powerlessness? Look in. Just your back pain disappearing is not the result of Advaita. All the pain which you have hidden in your back should disappear. Not just back pain disappearing. All the pains which you have put it in back has to disappear. Suddha-advaita Sugabodha Jnanam. The pure Advaitas, joyful influence and the wisdom which comes out of joyful influence. Please understand, the joyful influence of Advaita is what I call completion. The joyful influence of Advaita is what I call perpetual completion. The joyful influence of Advaita is what I call Sahaja Samadhi. The blissful influence of Advaita in your every step of life, which can't be eaten away by SDHD, is what I call Nithyananda.
Let's start the Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of remote viewing or Akashic reading is taken from the Jnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma takshanad devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat. Akasham vimalam pashyam kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma takshanad devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat.
Jnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and the clouds. One should fix one's gaze without blinking continuously and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. Bhagavan beautifully says how the living Advaita and how it cannot be taken away when you start doing. The being is what he is bringing us to, but when in action, in any of the problems, we forget the being and become the doing. The more and more we replace into the space of doing than being, and without being doing things, we are going to get into more and more incompletion. It's like more and more we are in the dream, we will not get a deep sleep, we will not be satisfied, however long you slept. Because we want to have the main sleep itself is deep sleep, but too much of the dream, it just occupies. We don't feel like we have slept nicely. Same way, when we are living, either Bhagavan says beautifully, you can't have one leg in consciousness and one leg in dream state. It has to be both the legs in one state of consciousness. So if you are in heightened intelligence, that's the being state. But anything comes across, you should still be in the being state and function from that. That is the intensity and integrity to who you want to be. At that moment, you go back to the normal human level of doing and start fighting or rethinking the whole problem or solving it from your thoughts. Again, you're gone back to the doing level. But if you go there and still you remember, hey, I have to think from the space of oneness, how will I function? Only from that I'm going to make a decision. Only from that I'm going to make a progress. Every time you do that from a being level instead of doing level, each thought, each decision that you're going to take should be from the being level. In the being level, can I have this thought? No. Drop it. Can I have that thought? No. Drop it. Go on dropping all the fear and greed, and you will be left with nothing except the ultimate. Here he says, stare at Akasha or your inner space. When you stare at the inner space and you find nothing there and everything inclusive and infinity opens up into the new dimension. With this powerful cognition, let's move to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, an authority of Hinduism, the Vedic rishi scientist who time tested and verified the science of power manifestation. Here, this is from Valmiki Ramayana, Aranya Kanta, chapter 72, text 12. Power of identifying address through Akashic reading. Vishwasu and Danu are on getting moksha from his curse, attain his original form and guides Rama and Lakshmana towards the Rishyamukha mountain where Sugriva was hiding. He advised Rama to take Sugriva's help to reach the Ravana who had kidnapped Sita away. Kabanda was the Gandharva, celestial musician named Vishwavasu or Dhanu, who was cursed and made into an ugly carnivorous demon by sage named Ashtavakra. In an encounter with Rama Lakshmana, the brothers severed his arms and head and cremated his corpse upon his death. Kabanda resumed his Gandharva form and directed Rama to Rishyamukha mountain where the exiled monkey chief Sugriva is hiding. Kadamba advised Rama to form an alliance with Sugriva, who would be the assistants in search of Sita, who had been kidnapped by Rama. the demon king of Lanka. Following Kadamba's instruction, Rama befriends Sugriva and rescues Sita with his. So beautifully, all these demons and all these asuras in that loka lived in physical form. Now everything is in mental form where we have to cut down every root pattern which comes up and replacing with the consciousness. Again and again, Bhagavan says the third thing is you are the Brahman, you are the ultimate, and you should be in that state. Whatever you do, if I am the ultimate, why is this problem coming? Why is this idea coming? Why is this coming? Because I am not living as I am the Brahman. I am living as I am a person who doesn't know anything. So I'm suffering. So again and again, contemplate and pull yourself back to I am Paramashiva. I am Paramashiva. I know everything. I am Paramashiva. I can do everything. From that context, I am Paramashiva. If we live, we are going to live in the space of Advaita. Only when we stop from the world to my world, we start occurring in our world, which is very small and chaotic. So each time we have an action or a word or thought, we should start functioning from the space of Advaita, that I am the Brahman, I am the ultimate, I am all powerful. Simply it will start becoming reality. With this Apta Pramana, let's move to Atma Pramana, Bhagavan's discourse on revelation about birth, Akashic reading on birth. Akashic reading on birth. Akashic reading is the revelation of literal from the source of Book of Hearts of Shiva. Bhagavan is reading out all this for humanity to get healed and raised into the next consciousness.
The drop feels it is floating, swimming, drowning, dissolving, or disappearing. The drop is always the part of the whole ocean. Whenever you accept the greed to experience different states of your own being, whenever you are afraid of different states of your own being, you create different states of consciousness to fulfill your fear or greed. That is what you call waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, the fourth state, and the crisscrossing of all these four states. Crisscrossing of all these four states creates 16 states, and above all, the ultimate state is Turyadita, beyond all these four. In that you experience you are always, you were, you are, you will be part of the whole. And this realization is a mandatory basic necessity for every soul which started feeling out of delusion it is separated from the whole. The birth, as you think, never happens. It is just the different states of consciousness creating the kaleidoscopic effect and showing you the universe and the world in a different space, because the kaleidoscopic effect which you create attracts your attention so much by creating fear or greed. You forget to look into the first person and see you will ever remain as the part of the source, can never move out of the source. The source exists in source. So where is the question of birth?
With that, let's go to Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the disciples, devotees around the world initiated by Bhagavan, manifesting the powers and sharing their testimonials. Let's hear to one of the testimonials from the Balasans.
This is So today we are here to share about the Akashic readings. So basically Akashic reading is more of like revealing a past, present and future which is being recorded in the cosmic archives. The cosmic archives are nothing but it is being written by Kalabhaiva himself in the Akaya. This means which is how to tell you?
It's written in the cosmos.
Yeah.
So basically, like many of the Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul have been initiated into this, and they're able to express this and able to give so much precise answers to many people's past, present and future. So Manikya Parapriyananda is also one of the Akashic readers. So I just wanted to ask her to share her experience, how it is to read Akashic reading.
So basically when I read Akashic reading, it's like the energy that's being produced inside me is like ultimate than what I am. So every day when I do the Akashic reading, I feel like, my God, it is like, it's too much for me to do everything. Like usually I feel very tired, lazy, but once my fever, my whatever, ever illness that I had in my body, just disappears in few seconds when I do Akashic readings. So the best initiation into a power that I got was Akashic readings, and it's like a great thing to access the cosmic archives. So just something very cool.
So even when we see many of the Akashic readers, when they even read the Akashic readings, we see their body language and everything, they're like completely different from how you expect them to normally be. So I invite all of you to come and have your Akashic reading read, and if you are below 21, come and join each other Gurukul, and you also can experience reading this Akashic readings.
So come and join us. Nithyananda.
With this sharing of the testimonials of different Balasans and devotee, let's move to the instruction for manifesting the powers of Akashic reading and Pratyaksha Pramana.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. The science behind Akashic reading. As time exists simultaneously as a dimension of space, all energy or information, energy is nothing but subjective information, is waiting to be decoded depending on the parameters and objects used. To explain this with a simple analogy, electricity is coded energy and is decoded in an object called a light bulb, and thus manifests as the light. At a classical level, all information is stored in bits in computer language as a binary of 0 and 1, which is then decoded by the software of the computer. As mentioned earlier, at the quantum level, information is stored as qubits. These qubits of information are present across the entire fabric of the cosmos and represent the entire information held within the cosmos in time and space. Interestingly, at the quantum level, the binary system exists as 0 and 1 separately, but happens simultaneously and concurrently, such that both 0 and 1 exist at the same time. Information regarding past, present, or future of a quantum nature is available, waiting to be decoded, but at the present moment, there exists no technology in science which can work as a true quantum computer and has the software to understand all the information and underlying principles of the cosmos. Biologically, the human brain has been linked to the equivalent of quantum computer. An avatar in the form of being, like Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is able to access the qubits of information stored across the cosmos as Akashic readings, as he himself is both the software and the hardware, the subject and the object of the quantum universe. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 3, Akashic Reading, page 90. We will now introduce a video on Retrieve Your Akashic Records by the Avatar himself, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, on the morning of 29th March 2011 at Paddhati Ashram, Bengaluru, India.
Please understand, any action you do just based on the physical body will leave its wave on the archive in physical layer. All your physical actions get gathered and archived in the physical layer of the cosmos. Understand? Even a small act you do, like a simple eating, gets recorded in your file in the cosmic physical archives. Same way, any small thought crosses your mind, like, I think I should go and lie down and sleep. Even this simple thought gets recorded in your mental layer as a file and stored in the cosmic archives. Anything happened from the beginning in all 7 levels, in all beings, is available alive. Understand? 3000 years before, when you were in the pig body or buffalo body or elephant body or dinosaur body, what you thought on particular day and particular moment can be retrieved without any corruption or mismanagement or alteration. Whole thing is available. If the action which you did is performed from the first layer, it will be available in first layer file. If it is from second layer, it will be available from the second layer file. If it is from third layer of your body, it will be available from third layer of the file. But one important thing is, billions and billions of first layer files are available. Millions and millions of second layer files are available. But only thousands of third layer files are available, because people don't function from second layer and third layer. Understand? So when you go deeper and deeper and deeper, only few thousand or few hundred files are available from the 7th layer actions.
Each individual's DNA holds its personal Akashic records. Science says that the human species has evolved with a 2-stranded DNA, which is found in every cell, which determines the form as well as the potential diseases and skills we can have. Scientists are very clear that what we think is not our original blueprint, because we are able to study only one part of the DNA till now. The other unrevealed part, which scientists have not been able to study or logically understand its function, they have labeled as junk DNA or shadow DNA. Scientists are absolutely right when they say there are 2 parts in the DNA, and one part which they are able to study is responsible for the form and diseases. The other part is what is responsible for our spiritual gifts. I tell you, the other part is what carries all the siddhis and superhuman powers. I can say the part which is already discovered is junk DNA. The part which is not yet discovered, or maybe I can use the word yet to be realized, it is this part that contains information about who you really are on a level of spiritual beingness. It is that part to which I gave the name Jivatma, the individual consciousness, or individual self DNA. It is that part which carries our divine personality. By His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Setting up the items for the power of Akashic reading, revealing the address of the place. Camera with timestamp, Jnananjan, pencil and paper, Atmamurti, partner. Please explain to the partner how you will be going through the step-by-step verification and recording and sharing with others. Let us set up the camera. Download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the timestamp is shown on the screen clearly and vividly. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner and recording very authentically and clearly. There is no background noise and it's a wide angle shot, and there is in the bright, beautiful place. These are Shakti Avishkarna video. Make sure your recording is done very clearly and vividly. Guidelines: turn on the video recording, apply the Jnananjan on your third eye, bring your awareness to your third eye, do Guru Puja, ask the partner to write down the address of the places of the photos given and show it in the camera very clearly. Scan the photo and write down the address through the third eye, what appears on the Atmamurti in golden letters. Now, verify what is revealed are same address written by the partner. Show it in the camera, both the papers. If it matches exactly as you have written and partner has written, yes, you have manifested the power of Akashic reading. If you only have the Kundalini energy experience or some part of it is correct, wonderful, you have started manifesting the powers. Please go ahead and share the videos with friends and family for more celebration, more manifestation. Verify the video is authentically recorded by step showing in the camera and clearly explaining in the camera. And share the video with powerful cognition to your friends and family and others. Listen to others' experience of videos and manifestation for more entanglement.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now, let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here, first, we will see in Bhagavan's words, what is Shaktipada?
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken.
Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya, The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour,
Let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda
Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham.
Verification process. Verify no video editing Shakti Avishkarna Power Manifestation video is done. Verify video is not stopped or restarted during the process. All videos are verified with a timestamp. No clues or hints while manifestation. No Bluetooth or gadgets during manifestation. If you would like to use the Garbha Ashuddha Mandala, please do so. Authentically write the address and match it exactly as it gets revealed. Do not tamper the address or details after the or during the verification process. Do it as authentically as possible for more manifestation to happen. Thank you for participating in Akashic reading, writing the addresses of the places shown.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotiyar Manifesting Power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the Power Manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of Power Manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshwaram Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivu